Alright everyone, welcome back to Street City Studio. I'm John. I hope you're all doing well today. It's a Monday, so I wanted to get it started right today. I got a couple things going on. I have broken out my good camera. We got the big boy camera today. And because of that, I thought it would be good to get some extra depth. So I've turned my set. So I have like a good another 5 or 6 inches of extra depth here. And so I went to the park, I grabbed some moss, and I've actually changed the mount I'm using for my phone camera here, so we can get a little more mobile and not be locked in on that noisy springy junk, because I'm about tired of that thing. I do like it. It's this here. Let me back up and show you. Right, this thing. I've been using this thing, and I really don't love it. So I've been looking for solutions, and I'm going to give this one a try here. So I can just set my phone anywhere and let it go. And it's not very versatile. That's part of the problem, right? I can just set it on the table, right? I can't raise it or lower it exactly. But I do, actually, I do have some options, right? I have this little stand that can plug into it, screw into it. But we'll get there, right? I definitely, for this, I don't need to be way up here, right? So, for this, right, like I said, I'm going to get my camera out of the way for the moment. Now, I'm not going to be filming this video with the camera, but I will be setting everything up here in the video, right? Deciding on the angles and lighting. And I had kind of already started on the lighting bit here. I've got a lot of lights going on already, right? Obviously, I've got the floor is a light, and the ceiling above him is a light, right? Blacking my light there. And I've got this front light just to make sure he's well lit from the front there, right? And not just him, actually, but this moss here, right? Because this moss is kind of gonna go here, right? Something like that. And then, so without this light, right, all this isn't going to be lit real well. Not like he is. And it'll be noticeable, right? But I also got this flashlight here, hitting that back there. That flashlight there, hitting back there too. Right, just make sure that's all really well lit. But then once you do all that, or once you start doing all that, you gotta make sure it's well. Not just done, but done well, right? And we've talked about it before, but you look for things like hot spots, right? See a hot spot on the paper there, or on the backdrop, right here. Right? And so I'll try and play with that a little bit just to see if I can't find a better spot for it where it's not creating so much distraction. And I like it there, but it cuts into my scenery. Right? Let's try and move it out of the way. Yeah, see? Maybe I'll just have to keep that in mind as I go, because I don't like pulling it too far out front. And other than that corner, right, it's not too bad. So one of the things I could do is bury it. Right? That's kind of what I got this moss for too, is to really fill out the scene here. So let's fill it out. Oop. I'm still hitting stuff. That's alright. But see, yeah, it blocks that spot. And so everything's well lit without that hot spot. And now I kind of think, I don't know how well you guys are seeing it, but that crack, the seam between my backdrops, right? That seems kind of visible. Let's see, there. And so I'm trying to position the figure just right behind it so it gets lost, right? And that'll work really well, I think. I want to try and get as much screen out of this as I can, right? Like a seamless, or as seamless as I can get it, right? That's looking pretty good though. Let's see. I really like this Pursuit of Cobra dupe, and I thought he would be a really good one to get in here. Oh, no, he doesn't want to stand because I put his backpack on him. The backpack's pretty heavy. But I can put John, I'm going to get John out of there. He's just kind of a bystander. We'll get Duke's little machete out like he's clearing some brush. One thing I never liked about this machete, it's kind of short. It's almost like a big kitchen knife. Maybe find a better position for John. I'm down here. Let's see. Or should I just move him way off? Over here. How does that look? Maybe turn him more. Oh, that light is really bright on him, isn't it? Maybe not. I'll just pull him out of shot for now. I was trying to find an excuse to keep him in there, but I don't think I need it. I don't think I want it. Let's see, there we go. Just pull into the right spot here and get it framed up. Something like that, though. That light might be a little strong on him. Trying to make sure he's well lit, though, too. Let's see. That's not bad. Look at that. He really is a little too tall for that. Let's try and get him a little lower. Maybe I do need that stand. But if I get too high up, then I can see the light and the low angles trying to stay off of that. He's not going to crouch like that. I thought he would. Alright, let's see. Try this. That's not bad. Look at that. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's about what I was looking for. Seems a little better. I almost feel like maybe let's see. Maybe if I put him on a figure stand, I'll block some of that. Let's see, I got one of these X-Men ones right here. I wasn't prepared for that, but when in doubt. Yeah, see, it blocks some of that light. Blocks some of that light on his legs. Because I want everything lit well. But you got to be careful not to overlight it. You don't want light in the wrong places or coming from directions it shouldn't necessarily. But that is what I'm doing here, right? That light, he wouldn't be standing on a light. He wouldn't be surrounded by all these lights. But that's part of the magic too. Right, because even in big budget movies, right, nighttime's never, oh come on, nighttime's never nighttime. Right. Basically they'll film it in the daytime or with bright lights, so everything is real lit. well lit, just like I'm doing, right? And then darken it up, just like that, right? So there's your night shot right there. Maybe even pump it a little darker, but you see what I'm saying? I like that. That's cool. Kind of want to try. Working the condo here. Wakando's another one of these characters I really like for this kind of environment, you know? Let's see. Does he need a stand too? Maybe. Yeah. And I was thinking about using the more modern Recondo here for John. Let's see how that works. I haven't actually tried this to see. Alright, so the head fit just fine. Oh, I gotta be careful not to knock stuff around here. The head fits just fine, but the hat does not. But luckily I've got this other hat. This is off of a Jurassic Park figure. A rolling Timbo, I believe. And it's a snug fit too. But it does kind of match the costume there. Now his legs are black there, so I don't know if he's gonna need a figure stand under him exactly. Yeah, it looks kind of goofy, doesn't it? We'll just lose the hat. How about that? Yeah, that'll make a good shot, I think. Maybe go through my toys here and find some machetes for them or something too. Maybe another hat for John. Let's see. Hold on. Alright, we're back, and I found a gun I thought was pretty good for this. It's got all that tape on it and stuff. Looks like you might find it in the jungle, right? And I have a Wild Bill hat. I have two Wild Bill hats, actually. The tan one and the kind of gray-green one, or olive drab, or whatever you want to call it. And it doesn't fit a whole lot better. But it does fit a little better, see? It'll still fall off, but it's all thought I'd give him this gun and that hat. And just kind of look a little less like everybody's standing around doing nothing empty-handed or whatever. Let's get him standing though. There we go. How about that? How's that look? Oh, that's not. Oh! Yep. That's okay. Let's get him up here and try and position him a little better this time. Trying to relocate them and knock them all down. That's the name of the game, though, isn't it? Opposing figures, they're gonna fall down. There we go. How's that? Oh, I'm blocking Rakondo. Don't want to do that, so let's try again. Alright, let's try that again, huh? That's pretty good, though. Let's see. Yeah, something like that's gonna be cool. I'm gonna play with Rakondo there more, I think. He don't look right. Oh, come on. There. Oh, now he's still blocking him again? Oh, that's better. That's a lot better. Yeah, look at that. If I can get this thing to focus right. Get my shaky hand under control. But, I mean, that's why That's why we have camera stands and tripods and stuff. I used to be able to get real steady with my hands, but not so much these days. There we go. Yeah, that's cool, man. Alright, that's about it though. I'm probably going to wrap this up and start taking pictures with the real camera. If you're interested, those will be on Facebook and YouTube, or Facebook and Instagram. I'm sorry, Facebook and Instagram. Relatively soon, if not tonight, tomorrow. The next day or two, tops. Right? I'm not going to do a lot of editing or anything. Just try and find them good angles. Snap some shots with the right light and the right angles. And this is about what you're going to see, just in a higher resolution. But, otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up, I think. That's about it. Right? That's about all the prep time, all the posing, lighting. I think these positions for... Right, I was worried about the positions for these. Right, but I think that's going to work out real well. And like I said, I figured out that I need figure stands. Right. Just to block that light a little bit. I could get rid of that light, but then I feel like it's going to be missing light. I'll have to compensate for that light somewhere. So, it's better just to block a little bit of it, I think. But anyways, I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. If I do, I'll catch it in the next video or whatever, right? As always, I appreciate you guys coming by and hanging out with me, checking out my photo shoot, my prep work, what goes into it and stuff. But otherwise, you guys have a great week. Have a great rest of your Monday. Get the week started off right. As always, if you would like, comment, subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Trying to grow right now, and every little bit would help. You might not think it does sometimes, but it really does. But otherwise, if you want to check me out on Facebook or Instagram, the links are down in the description. As always, keep playing with them toys, and I'll talk to you again real soon.